NMDC Group has just announced its financial results for 2023, reporting record growth in revenues and net profits compared to the previous year. We take a look at the strategy behind the numbers, geopolitical challenges and opportunities for further expansion with engineer Yasser Zaghloul, Group CEO of NMDC Group. Yasser, it's great to be with you.
It's my pleasure. Welcome, Sally.
We have just seen the numbers announced for 2023. We're looking at revenues of 16.7 billion dirhams. This is a staggering surge of 56% year on year. So how would you define 2023? What was driving that growth?
Yeah, actually, the result of 2023, I would say it's reflection of many years before. It's not only for 2023. It reflects our position in Abu Dhabi. In Abu Dhabi, fantastic working environment. And you know very well here, we have very unique working environment, support the success and really make the roads and the way easy for everybody who would like to succeed. The second thing behind our success is really, and that is very important for us, is our shareholders. They are so dynamic, so supportive. They have clear vision for NMDC Group. With full support from them, we were able to develop the company, to let the company grow. And of course, we have to be accountable in our business to make sure to deliver what they expect from us, and even we exceed our expectation. And that makes us to develop the company internally and make clear strategy for the company for sustainable growth. And sustainable growth is a wicked problem for us. And that's why our strategy based on diversification, clear study for the international global market. We always embrace the change, we never settle, and we believe so much on the change that this is a main success factor in this kind of market, and we have to be resilient for all kinds of changes around us.
Speaking of changes, we saw a lot of disruption globally to supply chains in 2023. Are you expecting to see these kind of pressures and disruptions to continue? And how will you be dealing with that?
We learned from the past that the expectation is not enough, because what we have seen in the past couple of years, unforeseen risk came to us, and that's why we are ready for worst case scenario all the time. And this comes from our partnership. We always seek the markets and the countries where we have the main supply chain there, and we go there to them, have our offices there, and we make partnership with them to make sure that we have top priorities and fast enough and no distraction for our supply chain. We, as you know, we are executing huge projects, and those projects service mainly the economy of the countries we work in, and there is no chance for fail. And that's why we make sure about our resilience, we make sure about our partnership with the important suppliers for us to make sure that any risk comes, we are ready to mitigate or avoid even the risk.
Absolutely. And so one of the things that recently happened, of course, 2021, you acquired the National Petroleum Construction Company, consolidating it into a strong group. So how are you thinking about competition, particularly looking at global economic pressures, including inflation? And do you have any other new acquisitions on the horizon?
Actual acquisition for NMBCC, which is NMDC Energy now, that was part of our strategy to mitigate the risk of competition and the changes around us. How? Because now by this diversification under the group with different companies, with different industry, gives us huge resilience in our performance. And diversification is very important as well for the demand and the market need. And that gives us as well the power and enable us to be a real qualified international player to participate in huge projects. And you can see that with this kind of synergies and harmony between the companies under the group, we were able to acquire the biggest project in oil and gas and energy from ADNOC worldwide, was crossing $8 billion. These kind of synergies between the different companies under the group makes as well the group resilient from cost perspective, makes us ready for changes, gives us more space to play within internally wise, to play against any kind of risk on the market. Competition is really very strong global wise, and we see that partnership is one of the success factor against really competition. Partnership, we have a lot of partnership with our suppliers. We have partnership. We have partnership with similar players on the market, and that makes us ready all the time to acquire biggest projects worldwide.
And speaking of energy, this is very important. We did see your brand identity for the group transform last year, and you were talking about expansion into multiple new sectors with especially a new reliance and a new emphasis on renewable energy as well. So talk to us about your plans in that regard.
Renewable energy, part of sustainability. And in our group, we take sustainability as a culture, not only as a regulations. This is very important. And by having NMDC Energy and different partnership with international player to make us ready for renewable energy and the green hydrogen, makes us up to date, ready for the future. So we are ready for the current position. We are delivering our project currently, but as well we are ready for the future. And that's why we always design our strategy for the future, not only for what we have for a couple of years, but for far future. By having partnership, by having NT Energy, we were able to design huge projects for renewable energy in Malaysia. By having our great resources, we are working now for windmill in Taiwan, and more to come. Now we are working with our great clients like ADNOC and others in gas production for transition. So we are up to date, and we are ready for even more to come.
What are your plans for 2024 and beyond? What's upcoming for NMDC Group?
When we talk about our business model or our strategy, we don't talk only about performance. We talk about performance and beyond the performance, which is health. By having healthy organization, definitely we are ready for the future. When we talk about performance, we talk about how can we deliver by effective methodology the project. When we talk about health, how can we get the people aligned? How can we create the right working environment inside the group for the people? How we achieve the collective goals of the people while we are achieving the business goals. By creating the right working environment internally in the group, we are making that not only to let the people perform, but to achieve their own goals while they are achieving the goals of business. So this is very important for us. Resilient organization, the right cost structure, the right structure for the organization, invest in our people, invest in our resources, invest in our client relationship, having the right international relationship now with international clients, so we are ready for the future. At the moment, we have offices in active market global-wise, Africa, India, Far East, Europe, and even inshallah soon we will go to Australia. By having all of this kind of network and relationship with global clients, so we are ready and we are active not only on the local market, but we are real international player in our industry.
Well, we are going to be watching that growth very closely. Engineer Yasser Zaghloul, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sari. It's a pleasure. My pleasure.